Becoming successful and staying successful is one of the biggest challenges that the human race is facing. Oh, yes, you and I, we are facing this challenge of becoming successful and staying successful. Actually, from different sources and research and experts and institutions, they have argued that only 2% of the global population get to experience success according to their own definition of success. Only 2% of the human race get to experience success at any point in time. There was a research that was also carried out, and that research came to the conclusion that 90% of the human race have agreed with themselves that they do not consider themselves to be successful. So, becoming successful and staying successful or attaining sustainable success is one of the biggest difficulties in the human race. This is a challenge facing you, and this is a challenge facing me. But the good news is this challenge mostly exists because of ignorance, not because it is impossible to become successful and maintain that success. And we are talking about success here according to your definition of success, according to the general standard of really becoming successful, which includes you being able to take care of your livelihood and still experience some level of abundance and be impactful in the society. So, in this episode of the podcast, I want us to chit chat on attaining sustainable success. You see, I was reading an article a few months ago. In that article, one of the most successful venture capitalists in the world said something critical, and it made me to ponder on this, to think deep, to begin to analyze. As a coach, as a consultant, when I hear certain perspectives and certain concepts and certain points of views, especially from people who have results to prove as far as their lives and careers are concerned, I begin to do more research to understand why did they say that, and how is this applicable in the life of an average person. So while reading this article, this very, very, very successful venture capitalist said something so profound. He said, if you are starting out, stick to what you know. If you are starting out in any path as a professional, as an entrepreneur, stick to what you know. He said it is wise to focus on your area of expertise rather than venturing into sectors that you aren't familiar with. So this was him giving a profound counsel in this article where he was being interviewed, because he was definitely a successful and is definitely a successful venture capitalist, and he was being interviewed. And this was one of the things that he said. He said, if you are starting out, stick to what you know. It is wise to focus on your area of expertise rather than venturing into sectors you are not familiar with. Now, let us break this down. Let us take some time and break what he set down and see how we can pick some wisdom from this and begin to apply. Now, listen to me very well. I always fondly say that relevant knowledge acquired that is not deployed in your life, career, business, destiny will not do you any good, right? So as I begin to break down this, remember our key topic, our key focus for this episode is how to attain sustainable success, right? So you see, I think many people after 5 to 10 to 20 years and even beyond find it difficult to achieve sustainable success because they do not do what this venture capitalist was talking about. They do not start out with what they know and they do not stick to what they know. You see, there is a concept now, a popular concept known as FOMO, the fear of missing out. You see, many people quickly jump into trends and what other people are doing, not because they are passionate about it, not because they have the skill and the experience about it, not because they really understand what they're jumping into, but because they are afraid of missing out, or because they are copying what other people are doing and feeling that because they are doing it and they are becoming successful, they can also do it and become successful. And this end up cutting their success very, very short. Why? Because they end up taking their time, energy, money, resources, and every other thing that is important to them, and they invest into something that they are not good at, and they don't have the capacity to succeed at that thing. And few weeks, few months, few years later, they become failures. Right? So you see, it is important to understand this. Quickly shifting focus and doing other things because of trends, or because you saw someone succeeding in that area, or because you lack the consistency to succeed in the path that you earlier choose, will not do you any good. Check and see anyone who is doing great in any sector. Go track their history. I want to challenge you. If there is somebody you admire right now, if there is somebody you feel that they're doing so good in a particular sector, I want to challenge you. Check that person. Check that person. Go track their history. Go do some research, and you will notice years and years of hard work and dedication in that particular path. You see, focus is not just about ignoring distraction. No. Focus is also about dedicating your energy to become the best in the field that you have chosen to become the best in. This dedication to focus is what sets many people apart from the rest of the people. Let me tell you something. Focus is a very expensive currency in this dispensation. So, what is the way forward? Hear me. If you are starting out, or you are in the early years of your journey, start doing the following. Start doing the following. I am sharing these important elements from the place of experience, from the place of somebody who has had the privilege to coach and provide counsel to top performers in different industries across different countries. And I've seen firsthand what it takes, right? I've been doing this for almost 15 years. It's not very long, like people who have done it for 40 years and 50 years, but I've also had the privilege to coach, mentor, and to be mentored by people who have been in the game in different industries for 30, 40, and 50 years. And when I meet people like that, I focus on digging deep to understand the secret of their longevity, the secret of their sustainability in being big players in that particular industry. So hear me very well. If you're starting out, or you are listening to me and you're in the early years, of your journey. Early years means you're in the first year of your journey, second year, third year, fourth year, anything 7 years and below, you're in the early years of your journey, right? If you are serious, if you really, really desire to achieve sustainable success, decades and decades and decades after, you need to start doing the following. And let me add this. I'm sharing this as somebody who like to track history. I've spent several years of my life studying billionaires, where they're coming from. I studied the last 30 years of their life. I studied companies that have made 100 years and above on earth. I have studied where they're coming from. I like to do that, right? And I also do what they call futurist and analysis. I spend time to study the future of work, the future of the economy, the future of organizations. I love to partner with other futurists to anticipate where is the world going to in the next 10 years, 20 years, and 40 years. So these things I'm sharing with you, they are not just from shallow perspective, but these are practical, if I may say so, experience, deep research, and talking to people that make sense, right? Start doing the following. If you're starting out or you're in the early years of your journey and you desire to build and achieve sustainable success, number one, identify what you know. It may sound basic, but it's important. Identify what you know or what you would like to know and continue knowing for the rest of your life. See, if you are not skillful at anything yet, set out to pick a sector and become highly skilled in that sector. Still under this point of identify what you know. So what do I mean? Identifying what you know or what you have the potential to excel at is the first step to achieving sustainable success in career and business. It requires a deep dive into your area of interest, into your skills, into your passions, into purpose discovery, so you can begin to tread on that particular path, right? Number two, the second thing, after identification, stick to what you know and focus on improving to be among the top 10% in that sector globally. It sounds like a challenging goal. You see, I have a mentorship community, and one thing I always challenge my mentees to do is, if you have picked out the path you want to become an expert in career or business, set yourself the following goals. Challenge yourself to become the top 10% in your immediate community. That means in your family, among your friends, in your church, in your immediate neighborhood where you live. Challenge yourself that if you are doing that thing, let your immediate community look at you and recognize that you are exceptionally good at this. When you conquer that community, your next goal is your town, the town where you live, right? Set a goal. My goal now is to become the top 10% in this town based on what I do. Or a county for those who live in UK and the US, or a county, right? After that, pick your city. My goal now is to become the top 10% in my sector in this city. After that, pick your state or pick your region. Pick your province. Depending on where you're listening, for some people, they have some nations have provinces, some have states like in the United States, some have regions like in Cameroon. Nigeria have states. I think South Africa have provinces, right? Pick a goal. My goal now is to become the top 10% in my sector, in my state, in my province. After that, go nationally. My goal is to become the top 10% in my nation. After that, go continental. My goal is to become the top 10% in my sector, in my continent, Africa, Asia, Middle East, North America, South America, Europe, wherever you find yourself. That is it. You see this I'm talking about, it can take you 10 years, 15 years, 20 years to achieve. But if you have identified what you know and the sector you would like to build in, and you make up your mind to stick to what you know and that sector, and you begin to challenge yourself to do what I'm telling you, oh my goodness, you are on your way to building and attaining sustainable success. Look at this. Mastery is not achieved overnight. Hear me very well. These things I am telling you, you will not achieve it overnight, in a week, in a month, in a year. It's a marathon. It's a process. It's a journey. Okay? It's not overnight success. And this is a mindset that people who attain sustainable success have. They understand that this process is a marathon. They understand that this process is a journey. It's a process. Okay? So, mastery is not achieved overnight. It involves continuous learning, it involves practice, it involves the relentless pursuit of excellence in that chosen field. All right? Are you being challenged so far? Are you being inspired? Okay, the third thing that you should do when it comes to attaining sustainable success, begin to find ways to scale what you know and keep doubling down on your impact. Yes, seek ways to scale what you know. Seek ways to scale what you're good at. Seek ways to keep doubling down on your impact. How can you impact more people? If you are so good at something, why is under your immediate community benefiting? Under your church members know you, under your family know you, under your friends and people in your neighborhood. You need to start seeking ways to scale what you're doing. Hear me very well. To scale, you need the mindset to scale. You need the heart to scale. You need the skills to scale. You need the network to scale. You need the resources to scale. You don't scale by error. You don't scale by guesswork. It takes intentionality to scale and double down on your impact. You need to understand technology to scale. There is no way you can scale in this dispensation without understanding technology. You need a good team to scale. You need to expand to different locations to scale. Okay? You need to understand this truth and begin to implement and begin to practice. You see, the fourth thing to do is innovation within your field of expertise. Yes, people that build and attain sustainable success in any industry and sector, they understand that if they will remain relevant and significant in that particular industry, they need to be innovative. Being innovative within your field of expertise will ensure that you remain at the forefront of your industry and your sector. There is no thought leader in any industry you see that is not contributing and is not innovative. So this requires that you are not just deepening your existing knowledge, but you are also branching out to different areas within your industry and enriching yourself, augmenting your skill set, and bringing value into the industry. For example, if you are an accountant, you are a financial analyst, you don't just focus on your financial statements and the things you used to do. No, you need to start thinking, how can I use big data, AI, machine learning, data science to enhance predictive modeling capabilities as a financial analyst or an accountant, thereby offering more insightful analysis and contributing to the financial industry. You see, that is how you're thinking. Now, I'll end with this four that I've shared so far. I have other elements I can share with you when it comes to attaining sustainable success, but pick these ones and go implement. Hopefully in another episode, or when you get to attend one of my conferences and one of my summits or online programs, whatever you get to attend, or buy any of my books, 5 books, you will read more of these elements in these areas. But before I go, understand this. The journey to sustained success is a marathon and not a sprint. This is one thing killing this fast generation. My generation is a very fast generation. They are so used to microwaves. They are so used to Amazon Prime quick delivery. They are so used to easily getting access to everything is so fast. So they feel that life itself is fast. No, life is not that fast. You can leverage on new technologies and different things, but life is still a marathon. Success is still a marathon. It will take you some time. Okay? Many people rise and fall quickly because they did not understand that to really stay successful, you need to grow successful. It's like finances. People who get rich quick never stay wealthy. But people who grow rich, there's difference between overnight success, overnight financial success, and growing rich. Anybody who grows their riches will always stay rich. And anybody who experiences overnight riches hardly stays rich. Okay? So, understand what I've shared with you. Implement it, deploy it, challenge yourself, and understand that a lot will change. Let me answer this popular question that people always ask me. How long does it take to achieve mastery in a field? How long does it take to achieve mastery in an industry? Here's my opinion. Mastery is a continuous process, right? For example, there are many things I don't consider myself a master yet. The world is changing. I don't believe anybody can really become a master per se, but there's a level of expertise you can build that you can become so good. But with the fast-paced change of the world, nobody can really attain mastery per se, but you can command exceptional expertise, right? So mastery is a continuous process. But significant proficiency can often be achieved within dedicated effort over several years, like 4 years and above, to really command exceptional expertise in a field, in a sector. From my experience and research and reading about building mastery, I have come to the conclusion that if you want to build expertise in a particular sector, you will need at least 4 years of daily consistency of consuming material, reading, analyzing, contextualizing, customizing, implementing, practicing, and failing until you build a certain level of significant proficiency in any sector. Okay, I hope that you were challenged and I hope that you were blessed, and I know that you will never remain the same. Leave me some feedback. Which point stood out for you? Were you blessed? Were you inspired? Also comment. Thank you to everybody who has commented, the city and the nation where they are following from. It means a lot to me. And of course, always do share. Let me tell you a secret. You see those people that always send those messages to you on WhatsApp, forward as receive, copy this link and bombard them with something that makes sense. Okay? Yes, share with a friend, share with a colleague, share with a sibling of yours, share with somebody that you desire to see that person rise to the top. This will definitely bless them. My name is Dr. Javnyuy Joybert, and remember, you are rare, you're remarkable, and I believe in that dream that you are building. And Jesus loves you so much. God bless you. Cheers.